Hey guys, what's up, my darling MVPs? How are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with Viciously Mimi, where you get the gist. As it do waiting, as it hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If snooze, you do well, you lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist as it hurts? So, guys, I hope you're having a good weekend so far because today is Saturday. Time for cleaning, time for cooking, time for wedding, no one bed, whatever your schedule is today. All I wish you is that make sure you're happy while you're doing whatever you do today because you deserve to be happy anyways. So guys, let's enter gist, let's discuss about after the party brouhaha. But first off, let's talk about the judges. Yesterday my video, I was asking you guys on how you felt when you saw the judges, on your screen, which is the wager judges. So, and how did you see the new twist from Biggie? But right now we're going to just see few reaction from the social space then before we continue with whatever is happening in the house, because a lot actually the housemates were in their feeling after the wager tax. Then one of the reaction on the social space is also definitely when Ozo was on the screen. I knew he is one person they are going to talk about all of that day because they wanted him. People wanted also in that house, except for me though, because I was feeling like he's not going to bring the drama or whatever. Also, is somebody that is calm. You understand? Meanwhile, people have been talking about the band on his hand, the ring. They say so. Also, is married and they do not know about that. So, guys, I want to ask you guys: is that in a wedding ring? Please let me know because FBI on the social space actually saying so this guy is married and we didn't know about that, blah 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 blah. Now the question is, does that look like a wedding ring? Because even me, I do put rings on that finger. I know they carry anything for mind. I never marry you. So for people that can dictate wedding ring, people should let me know. Then coming for Aisha de la Cruz, una they hear fine man also voice. I stand this boy from today. Anywhere they are hyping him, tag me. Also is actually somebody that is lovable. People love him. He don't even get problem. Coming from Hills, imagine bringing cheesy for wager tax. I can never take them serious. What happened to smart diplomatic housemates? Really? I think Chizzy is not worth to be there. Chizzy was even the person I was happy to see there yesterday. Coming from Ebuka Obiu Chendu, shows he was ready to fight Biggie with his arrows if they had lost. I'm telling you that is that is spiritual arrow that we don't see. And then let's enter the reaction after the wager tax. First off, Kimopra, the lady in the triangle, was telling Cross that also actually winked at her, gave her a wink. I'm like, now, wow, also is the prize. Oh. And then Cece was having this conversation with them when they got in. Doyin was like, oh, that her spirit has gone from 0 to 100. We all know why Doyin has been from 0, right? Because of the issue she had with Pere. So she was telling them that, oh, that her spirit has gone from 0 to 100 after seeing Cheesy, that's the judges, what Biggie just did right now, But Cece said reverse is the case for her, that she kind of feel emotional, that she's not happy because she's very close to Ozo. That was what she said, that she is very close to Ozo. So then that she was what she wanted was a gist with also immediately, what's up guy, waiting they happen and all of that, and that also they called him for this season, also declined. Now we have gotten two people who actually with their future said they declined. First off was Prince, who said it himself that they called him for the show. Prince, the house guest, they called him for the show, he declined. Now Cece had just said that of Ozo. Is that the reason why at the beginning of the show Cece actually said something about Ozo would be a judge? When we're having juries, before we started having the juries, she was like, also will be a judge. Maybe the judge she was even talking about, maybe is this judge for wager-tax, because most of the things that happen in this Biggie's house, they already mapped it out. It's not like they did not plan it. They pre-planned everything on how they want the season to go, or they can add in little spices as the time goes on. Still talking about also, Neo felt so emotional as he went into the room and he was crying. Remember, he said Ozo is his bestie and they are quite close. So seeing his bestie, he could not even give him a hug and all of that. Remember, Biggie said no physical touch or anything with the judges for the wager. So he felt so emotional. The sister came, tried to pet him and tell him not to cry. Anyways, at least if there's one thing this show actually would show us to, is to show that men do have feelings, because I do see people who see men crying, act in a certain way about a thing. People will be like, this guy no be man, no, because we've seen men to be the strong people. Anyways, still talking about Neo, while he was having his moment, Pere actually did, went to bring Angel to him so they would have a conversation, because Neo has been telling everybody that cares to hear that he want to have a conversation with them. Angel. He told Doyin. He also told Sisi that he want to have a conversation with Angel regarding the each they had. So finally they had the conversation. They sought their thingy. Angel was like, he wouldn't have, if anybody would have done that to her, it wouldn't have been Neo, that Neo is her guy. Neo, cause how I go take no, say I be your guy, that kind of a thing. So Angel was like, really? But last they hug it off and they settled it. So still talking about after wager drama, Doyin found herself in the toilet. She actually did stay, if I'm not mistaken, almost going to 1 hour in that toilet. Like the camera would later go off her, come back, and she would be there. She was sitting there. She stood staring at space and all of that. But later on, tears actually did came out from that eye of hers. Because I knew it will happen. But I think she was trying to take everything in, and also she was saying something about Sunday, like something like, if I go on Sunday, fine. If I not go, that kind of thing. So I think maybe she actually did not feel good about whatever happened, because later on she even discussed with Cece that sincerely that she doesn't like being in a fight or something, because she would end up, feeling bad about it. She would not be having a good day. That imagine she has spent almost her time in the toilet, trying to sink things in. You understand that it's really not easy having been in a, you understand, having misunderstanding anyhow. This morning, she has also told White Money that she's going to remove herself from every conversation so as not to involve herself in anything that would indulge fights or anything. Do you think Doyin can actually stay away from talking? Omashola said Doyin is the woman parrot that the housemates have, in as much as we know that Doyin indulged in so many conversations, right? And everything that actually cost her this thing is she's always straightforward. So I think the best thing for her is to stay away from conversation, like she said. If she can do it though, that would be the best thing that would happen to her. Just stay far from anything that has to do with people, conversation. But White Money said, can you do it? Anyways, anytime when you don't start again, I will give you hand. I don't even want Doyin to go tomorrow. Coming from Sabi Radio, Doyin and Pere fit end up as husband and wife last. Make I pose their fight first. Now, talking about this thingy, this Doyin and Pere brouhaha has actually been staring on the social space even as at this morning, because Pere himself is yet to recover from that. So that yesterday, right, when the housemates were actually preparing to go to the arena, because they all planned to wear a touch of green. That's for people that had, because of course Pere, White Money, and who again did not have it, they did not wear a touch of green. But while others were preparing, trying to dress up, Pere was sitting at the lounge beside the parrot who caused all this drama. He was just staring at space. The guy just did think. The guy was just in his feeling. Ever since that thing happened, Pere has not been himself. He has really not been himself at all. He was just thinking. He was just feeling so bad. Who knows what is running on that head of his? Could he be just doing, or is there something he has on his head? What is he thinking of? What is in his thoughts? So, but the thing is, you don't know what somebody is thinking. It just reminds me of the song, "A Million Thoughts in My Head. Can I ask myself?" Keep listening to it, something like that. But it is what it is, right? But the guy not happy at all. The guy is not happy at all. But Kimopra later came up to him and was telling him to wave it off. That, by the way, Shebi, he's been known as the villain. That he shouldn't be surprised that he is the one they actually discussed, in their private time, okay, that Cross is seen his friend with everybody. Nobody would even talk about Cross like that, blah, 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 blah. That's even the problem she have with Cross, that she's telling Cross to stop washing plates for people because Cross is doing way too much for the housemates. So Kimopra tried to talk Pere out of it, you understand? Then this lady, Venita, also tried to talk him out of it. But I hope he gets better today, though he looks more better today, but it's not something when go just dey think about maybe until Biggie gives his verdict, because I know Biggie would address that definitely, but I do not think it's gonna be a disqualification. It's just gonna be a strike or maybe a punishment. You never can tell, because Biggie they amaze us sometimes. Still talking about Pere, when that thing happened, right? He was outside with Neo, his guy. But while he was trying to talk about doing this, doing that, and Neo was like, wait first, let's wave this, all of this aside. You said something I do not like when I was having issue with Angel. You said, yes, I'm quite disloyal, I'm dishonest. Why would you say that? It is quite unfair. I don't understand. In a heat of argument where Angel was coming for me and he said, I'm disloyal, I'm this and that. So Pere was actually trying to give his reason. And do you know why Pere actually said that? Remember Pere told Cross on how Neo told Baye that he nominated, you know, him. So now it's giving the same thing Neo did to Angel too. So that's why Pere had to do whatever, say whatever he had to say. This house, though, is just filled up with too much drama, but the sweetest of it all is that Baye is not in any midst of this drama. For the very first time, she know they include herself again, and it is so sweet to know. Coming from V, that is News X. At this point, everyone in that house knows Doyin talks too much. It is very irritating, but if you are aware of this, why keep giving her the time of the day? It is either he is looking for his big moment or he doesn't know how to control his anger. That's my honest opinion. V is actually referring to Perez hitting, punching the wall. And I think, yes, he would have controlled it in a better way, but it is what it is. Coming from Crazy Risto, Ilebaye was smart to stay clear of Doyin. I thought she was wrong before, but now I see what she saw. Doyin is not a bad person, just that chaos reside around her, and Baye would have gotten that final strike by now. Right? Right? Do you know this might sound funny because I'm actually laughing about this, but you know this is very possible. This is very possible. There's a way drama always come to Doyin, and Ilebaye being close to Doyin would have even make her get one or I don't know. But does this really make sense? You can let me know what you feel about this particular comment in the comment section. Then coming from V again. V said, if we are arguing and you punch the wall, you are technically telling me this could have been your face. Exactly. I am just showing you exactly my points. That thing Pere did that day. That's why I just showed that Pere hit doing. And some people were coming, oh, Mimi, remove that thing. That thing is almost like he did it. Coming from V, send everyone home at this point. Otu Sumi, meaning that she is tired. Like yesterday, everybody was like, no, this show is becoming unbecoming. I beg, I beg, I beg. Everybody find their way. Ola, everybody just be going. You know, one of the people who said so too was Jenny O of Big Brother Titan. He said, to be honest, end the show and call it a day. Emotions are at an ultimate high. Why would they end the show that we're enjoying? Nobody goes nowhere. In fact, they should add extra time into it. So, guys, I I'm really in particular about that thing that that person said about Baye around doing. Do you think that what that person said is truth? Let me know in the comment section. I will see you guys later, and please make sure you're having a great day. Bye for now, darlings.